mixing for low. She my track queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go. We just saw the go, talking about your Lambo.
Hey guys, GhostReady here. Today guys, I'm bringing you guys the locations of every single gnome that is in Fortnite Battle Royale for Week 7 challenge. Now the first one is actually located that I'm showing you in Salty Springs in the treehouse. It's right under the steps. I've already grabbed it though, but as you can see, that's where it would be if you go there and look for it yourself if you still have the challenge or have not collected it. Our second one is actually located at Loot Lake, as they're at all name locations, but just if any of these ones I have included a kill in general, it is because I've had to do it multiple times for getting to that specific area and everything. Now on this one, Loot Lake's one was pretty much unknown. I have not been able to find anything about it, but I did end up finding it. It is underneath the house behind these rocks on the, it would be the north side if you're coming from Tilted. It's just located right behind the support beams, but that is where it's located, so you guys can loot up and head right down and grab that gnome too, just like Salty's. Now our next one, the third one, is actually located in Snobby Sores, which is actually down underneath with the other secret chests, and it is actually located in one of the bathrooms. Now if you go in, it is actually hiding behind the bathtub himself. Now these gnomes are very sneaky, so you guys, even if it's just your ears that are listening for them, it can still be very hard to know where they are. That's why I'm bringing you today's video. Now I didn't grab it or anything because you guys need to know where all of them are located. Our next one, if yes guys, you have guessed it, is Moisty Mire. Now if you guys want to go to places where you don't want to get killed while you're grabbing them, Moisty Mire is one of those places, because not many people land in Moisty, and actually I just accidentally ended up finding this one because I didn't even think it was there in general. I landed there and I saw the blue hat. I'm like, oh, Mr. Gnome just hiding right behind one of the tree branches in Moisty Mire. And now, see, as you can see, they're just very sneaky and everything else. So just go ahead and dance with them. They're nice little gnomes. They don't hurt you. Now next is actually Junk Junction, which is located up near the llama itself. Now this one is actually located inside the main building, hiding behind the bed, if you want to call it, and nightstand in the very far corner. Now they're not able to be broken at all, so no matter how much you hit them or whatever, your pickaxe is just going to go right through. And next will actually be located in Pleasant Park. Now this one's actually located in the back left northwest building, the last brick building. He's just hiding behind one of the little musicians things in there, behind in the garage, you know, just chilling. Now this one is actually in Sifty Safts. Now this one I was in top 7. I was running around just going from Junk to Pleasant to Sifty, getting each one of these. And actually there was a supply drop land there. I didn't even do my challenge. I just tried trapping and see if anyone would go get it. And last 7 people, the game did not like me for it at all in general, because I ended up dying in second place. Today I've been going for the wins, but in the same time I haven't. Now Mr. Gnome's just sitting right behind the pillar in Sifty Safts, the far north part of it too. So make sure if you hear it and don't see it, that's where he is. He's just hiding behind her, the little gnome itself. Off to our next place is actually in Haunted Hills. Haunted Hills is actually kind of difficult because it's actually behind the wall of the chapel, so you'll have to break that down. And if there's anyone there, it'd be a best idea to take them out first. Next is Flesh Factory, and in this little cubicle that's right here in the far back of it where it's all painted, he's just hiding behind the toilet, scared. He's trying to watch you do your business. Next is in Tomato Town. which is a really nice place to land, especially if you want to try to get a vending machine that are now. He's located inside of the office, just behind a desk and a chair, right as you would walk in the back part of the building, just chilling there himself. Next is at Dusty Depot. Now this part for this clip is actually a bit long because there was actually a total of about 5 people that landed at Dusty itself. Now when you guys think about it, Dusty, not a big place, shouldn't have a lot of people, but just in general there was a lot of people landing and a lot of stuff just going on in general. So I had to take all of these guys out fast to be able to make sure that they are gone. Now that first guy, I don't even know how I hit him in general. Second guy, I should have more or less been dead. And now he is not, the gnome is not in the red container or the red bin or whatever you would like to call it itself. Now guys, as you can see, I am using attack and a pump, but that's only because the pump is slow firing, but it does high damage. So if you guys think about it, is the pump double pump strat, but it's with tactical and the pump itself. And to be honest, I love the pump more than the tactical. Those were the only guns I could get. You know, off over to the very end of Dusty Depot, it would be the south side of Dusty Depot. If you're coming from Factory or Salty, it is actually the north side. He is in the blue container, just sitting down behind one of those crates that you just saw me break. I didn't actually know because his voice, for me, I have my volume high, so it was like he was right next to me. So as you guys can see, I am looking around. Him himself was actually very hard to spot if you try just looking for him itself, because he's really hard to see because the whole container, the bin or whatever you want to call it, completely covers him. As you can see, you can't see the head, but then right as I broke it, I'm like, oh, hey little guy. Bye. Just hiding behind the container itself. Now, off to our next destination is actually in Anarchy Acres. Anarchy Acres gnome is actually sitting behind the TV, and if you would want to consider the living room, just next to the fireplace, trying to stay warm. You know how it is for them gnomes, they're tiny. Next one is in Greasy Grove. Now Greasy Groves is actually in the main building, the burger shop or whatever you want to call it itself. And I went into the back because I did have a couple people land with me. And he actually is, if you would go into it and everything, he's actually in one of the restrooms. Just see those little gnomey feet. Just there's he is, just hiding in the stall, doing his business and everything else. Now our next location is actually going to be somewhere that none of you guys would really think. Lonely Lodge. Now, Lonely Lodge with this 7 chest challenge, for you having to open 7 of them in Lonely Lodge, it makes it more difficult as there is a lot of people that have not completed it, and just a lot of people in general going for it. It took me about 5 tries just to be able to get this itself because there is so many people landing here, and he's just hiding in the little hut itself. But these are all the gnomes. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Ghostwriter, and I'm out.